Hello one and all, I'm Pal of Games and you are watching another Hunter game against it's a hybrid I suppose of Lightsworn and a Dark Flare like Pulsar build. It plays quite interestingly. I draw quite well here. Basically, if you draw into a tour guide in a Hunter, you're more or less set. Because your tour guide will be your first player, and I've got stall here with swords if needed, and Thunder King in hand's great. It means I'm going to be able to shut down potential plays from whatever deck he plays. So I go into box standard first play of tour guide, searching tour guide into Zen mains, and that should call the turn pretty well. Because from there, it sets me up pretty well for potential plays next turn. Plus, it means he's going to have to use a lot of resources to take out one card. So it's another amazing plus for a deck. Plus the darks, meaning that it's great usage of material for the Blackluster Soldier envoy of the beginning. So he draws a potentially good hand, depending on draws from stuff like Solar Recharge. But I'd say overall this is an okay hand. Now he draws into Dark Flare. Now this could potentially really change the game around because it allows for a play with him. And it makes Eclipse Dragon not so useless in the hand. Well, Eclipse Wyvern I should say. So he goes for the Solar Recharge play. Discarding Celestia, I believe. No, Lila, sorry. I would have done Celestia there, I think. It would have been probably a better play. So he's able to use Eclipse Wyvern's play straight away because it was sent to graveyard to banish a Red Eyes Darkness Dragon. From here he just sends two to bring out like Pulsar Dragon, which was milled to the grave because of Solar Recharge. Now the problem with this sort of deck, it finds it hard to get around Zen mains. It's going to have to use more resources than it would like, just take out one card. And that's why it works so well with Hunders, because you can get them to use all their resources without them knowing what sort of deck you're using. Because tour guides are quite staple in a lot of decks. And then you can go for a big push afterwards with Hunders and just have complete field control with not a lot they can do about it. It was suggested to me that I should take out one of the Thunder Kings, but I feel that it's worth playing the two because it gives Hunters another target if they don't have their other targets like their opposite. Say if it's par, then you'd want more, such as Sis Hunters another target. So it makes Thunder King a viable card in the deck. Because obviously you don't have to keep him on the field as he is. It's a great card to have, but it gives you, if needed, out of a tight spot to go into them 4-star XYZs. So at this point he's going to be able to refresh all his resources. Hopefully draw into something more helpful. And he draws into an Allure and a Jane. So at this point he's going to have to take a hit here. He hasn't got much choice in it. I mean, this is nothing for me because it just means I take off a tour guide and it can get rid of your Pulsar if I want to. I've been testing out a few decks recently, Evil Swarms, Agents, and I'm really also enjoying Evil Swarms as well as Hunters because they have quite a similar play, except they can't go as plus as Hunters do. They end up using a lot more resources. as we draw into one of the great cards, it works well against decks like this, because Ist obviously has to bring one big stick through removal, and it means he out to stop him in his tracks. Now, at this point, I bring out my Hunter to bring out Thunder King, and I have a field presence here. It'll stop any potential ads from their charge, which I'd assume they might run, with it being a Lightsworn deck from what I've seen from the deck so far. So I managed to deal quite a bit of damage here. I've got no risk of going into a gauze or a drag because he's got his face down, so I'm happy to go into another hit. And he takes that. I mean, I would have said that might have been a bad move potentially when he could have called on my turn. But yeah. Problem with this game at the moment is that there's a glitch, but Steel Swarm Roach and Thunder King on Dev Pro, you can't use their effects. I don't know if there's a priority thing there or something. I'm not quite sure why the error's there, but yeah, that's a bit annoying. Now at this point he makes the move to go to Lila. I potentially would have thought it would have been, even with the threat of the face down, I would have probably gone with a Lumina play. Then again, does he have a Lightsworn engrave? Okay, he doesn't, so yeah, I'd say Lila was probably the best choice. Either that, or you might have wanted to go into a more risky play of Jane hitting off Thunder King. But yeah, that's another reason why Compulsory is a nice card, because, you know, it doesn't require any attack or summon. You can just throw it out any time. Means they can use up some resources to try and take out, then you just stop them. So this has gave me even more control here, because at this point he's got no moves. He's exhausted his summon. His only real potential hope is the call, which, if the game was correctly implemented and there was a patch, Thunder King would tribute to destroy it. So that wouldn't have even been a problem. But because it isn't, he's able to summon it without me using the effect. And he's able to just trample right over my Thunder King. I mean, I don't mind too much, because I have a potential next turn to easily give a fight to him and attack Zen mains into him to destroy his card if needed. Or even just stall out with swords. So I've got options here. So what I like about this deck, it can be very conservative or very full on, like I've said before, which really helps. So I draw really well here. I draw into a Par Hunter, which opens up basically loads of plays here. It means I can easily summon it, go into a special summon, if which is why I love the fact of the Hunders. I think they're hilarious to play with as well. They're so fun, and they can really take it to the meta. They're not just some fun troll deck or something. They really have potential in the meta. So I can straight away go for one of my favourite Starlight, because it's another plus card where I can use it to send my 2 to straight off the bat make his card 0 and useless. And yeah, go straight for the attack. And if he's destroyed, I can draw. So it gives me amazing potential here. So at this point, it gives me the potential of backing him into a corner quite a bit. Because my first attack on Light Pulse, I will take him down to 3-1, and then I can attack directly with Zen mains for 15. Even if he's got a Trag or a Gauze, it's still, I don't mind too much, because I've got my recycling. I can easily go into another Starlight next turn if needed. And Sword is going to pretty much guarantee that I'm shielded for the turn. So I straight away use recycling just in case he manages to pull out some sort of macro play on my graveyard next turn. And once again, I've ended up in a plus spot where he can't really do anything at this point. If he Dark Holes, I can draw and use the mains. At this point, I will use Swords just to make it harder for him to play around this move. So at this point, he draws pretty badly, to be honest, because his graveyard isn't set up for the play, because he doesn't have a Dark Engrave. So his only real move is a Lila, because he can attack me. That's another thing. I've stopped the sword, basically. It's why it's worth playing the swords. This only needs a little stall until you're in control completely. From turn to turn, that's how it works. So he goes for a defensive move of summoning it and sending swords, destroying swords because of its effect, changing it to defense. I mean, he's just got hope on a law, really. He draws into an Honest and Grappa. And that's game. He can't do anything else. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed this, let me leave a like. If you want to follow this series or any, subscribe. And yeah, thank you for watching and goodbye.